Hey guys, this is Melon Cakes back with another video, and if this is your first time visiting, hello, welcome. This is a very strange place. And if this is if you're already have been here, it's just gonna get weirder from here, trust me. So today is going to be a Shouto Todoroki reading. It is a gender neutral listener, and this is also a fluff, and it's called Pumpkin Spice Latte. So I hope you enjoy. I'm sorry for any mistakes that may pop up with any pronunciation of anything, because I'm not that good with pronouncing stuff. Anyway, let's get into the video. You walked in the busy streets of Shibuya, masses of people walking past you. Some were students on their phone getting ready to head to their classes. Others were dressed in business attire, heading to one of the massive, awesome office buildings where they'll be till evening. The streets were filled from noise, from the amount of talking, vehicles honking their horns, and other idle noises you typically hear on a busy street. You let out a sigh, nuzzling into your scarf further as a white cloud escaped your lips. The decorative trees around you were becoming barren, their leaves stained in reds and oranges, falling onto the concrete floor. The cool air nipped at your exposed skin, a small smile on your face. You had always loved the season of fall. The cool air was always as a welcome after the intense heat of the summer months. You squirmed through the crowd where you had entered a coffee shop. As you opened the door, the sound of a jingle rang throughout the store. There were only a few people in the quaint cafe. A man stood by the window, newspaper and a coffee in hand. On a table, a group of girls was talking and interacting with one another. You had discovered this charming cafe along with your boyfriend after the two of you finished patrolling. It slowly became your secret place when the two of you wanted a break from the world. You went into line, the smell of coffee emitting from the machines. The woman smiled as you gave her your order, a hot chai latte. The employee prepared your drink rather quickly, handing it to you as you paid. The warmth of the tea felt nurturing on your hand. You went to an area in the back of the shop, sitting down and placed your phone on top of the table. It was always better to be away from everyone since you and your boyfriend are fairly popular in the hero scene. He should be here any minute now. Like clockwork, the ringing of the bell caught your attention as you saw your boyfriend enter the shop. His growing scarlet and snow hair split down through the middle was wrapped into a bun on the back of his head. His cyan and stormy bi-colored eyes looked towards you and softened, one being his signature dark red scar. You couldn't help but smile, giving him a small wave. He nodded, walking over to the counter and ordered his drink. Soon enough, he returned to you, hot drink in hand. You rose from your seat, placing a peck on his lips, which he tenderly returned. Leaning out, you noticed a small smile on his thin pink lips. "So, my love, how have you been?" "It seems like it's been a while since we saw each other," he said. You playfully roll your eyes, lips stretching into a grin as the two of you sat down adjacent from one another. "Shouto, we live together. We're such a dork sometimes," he replied. He gently chuckled, holding his head up with his elbow pressed against the table. His fingers strummed on his warm drink, a line of steam coming from a small hole. Your eyes wandered towards his drink, leaning in to see if you could smell it. The familiar aroma of pumpkin came from it. Your mouth parted, surprised from it. "Shouto, what did you order this time?" you asked. Todoroki shrugged, lifting the drink up in his hands, his pale hands becoming slightly red from the heat. An ounce of worry rushed through you. He typically didn't order too warm of drinks from his previous experiences. He seemed fine for the most part, even if he was just staring at his order. "I got a pumpkin spice latte," he replied. You resisted the urge to break down laughing, eyes widened from his confession. Todoroki was a simple man. He usually ordered drinks such as standard black teas, chai or matcha in their cold variants. He very rarely drank warm drinks. This seemed extremely out of character for him, even more so he wasn't all that into sweet stuff. "Well, Izuku said that it was good, so I wanted to give it a try. I trust his tastes," he replied. You cover your mouth with your hand to shield your smile from Todoroki. Even after all these years, he still admired his first friend. Unlike Todoroki, Midoriya has a sweeter tooth. You wondered if Todoroki realized just what he had ordered. "Pumpkin spice lattes are a very sweet show. I just hope you know what you ordered," you chuckled. Todoroki blinked a few times, showing off his long, bi-colored eyelashes before shrugging. "Sweet stuff isn't all that bad. I'm sure it's fine, love," he replied, bringing the drink to his lips. He reached a hand out in an attempt to stop him. The drink seemed too hot and he didn't blow into it as he usually did. As we predicted, Todoroki flinched when he took a sip, placing the cup immediately down. His eyebrows were furrowed as he glared down in his probing tongue, burned by the hot liquid. He gave a small huff, trying to be supportive as you placed a hand onto his shoulder. He sighed, pink tinging his cheeks. "This is why I don't like hot things," he muttered. He leaned in from the table, placing a kiss on his pink-tinted nose. The usually stoic man seemed to be slightly pouting, a gift you rarely got to see. "Poor baby," you cooed. He laughed, pushing his drink forward, signaling he didn't want it anymore. Your boyfriend sighed once more, clearly embarrassed with himself. "You may have been right. It was too sweet anyway," he murmured. He gently pat his arm before retracting it and getting up. "I told you so. You and Midoriya are different people. Here, I'll get you a nice matcha latte, just because I love you," you hummed. Your boyfriend got up, placing a peck on your forehead, his warm lips spraying your welcoming shivers from the heat. "I don't deserve you, YN. The least I can do is watch your stuff," he replied as he walked off. Fall was always one of your favorite seasons, especially in Japan. The weather, the fashion, the food. But it was even better with your silly boyfriend, Shouto Todoroki. Hey, I'm just gonna say this is actually a great fanfiction. So I will link this fanfiction in the description and give credit to the writer for this. I'll also have an Izuku Midoriya one coming up, and eventually an Ajiro Kirishima one. And possibly I'll find some shorter ones, some one-shots, and do some multiple characters, and write a few myself as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, if you have any suggestions for any upcoming characters from the My Hero Academia universe, you can either link the fanfiction if you want it read aloud, or simply just tell me what character you want and I'll see if I can find a nice one. And you can also suggest different kinds of listeners, if you know what I mean by that. Like some I've seen and read and listened to different ones of, such as mermaid listeners or singer listeners, those different kinds of things. So if you have any suggestions, just put them in the comments, and watch my previous videos of the Denki Kaminari X listener, as well as my Bakugo X listener audios. So thank you for tuning in and listening to this audio. See you next time.